We haven't yet spoken to any of the double-handers, so if you're going to start on that, the right person to speak to right away is Rupert Henry. Rupert, a pretty tough first 24 hours for you and Pablo, yes?
Yeah, at least 24 hours, maybe 40. We'll see. Yeah. So, yeah, it looks like it's filled into the higher end of the predictions.
And how do you sort of manage that in this boat with a two-hander? You just really knuckle down and...
Yeah, we try and make our reef selections early.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've done a fair bit of testing upwind in high winds over the past few weeks, so we know what our combos should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we get everything right, get the ballast in, and sail.
Cool. Pablo, come and say hello. Rupert's had many very accomplished sailors with him, and he's got Pablo here. Pablo, tell us a bit about your sailing background.
So I did like Olympic sailing. I didn't get to the Olympics, but I prepared the London campaign on 470.
Yeah.
And then I was always attracted by offshore sailing, and I was lucky enough to get the access to the French wall. And I've been sailing in class 40 and Ocean 50s, the trimarans. So that's my main.
So Rupert, another obvious choice here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're friends. We sail against each other in class 40s, yes. So we've got to know each other by chatting after the races and on the dock. So, yeah.
And we see you down here, but what many people don't know is, of course, you spend a lot of time in Europe racing yachts as well.
Yeah, sure. The class 40 is it's a great class and intense competition. So I try and keep myself sharp by racing over there. Yeah.
Good. Well, you've had a very good record in this race. It's probably not the ideal conditions for you, but go well, guys, and look forward to seeing you in Hobart.
Yeah, cheers, Crosbie.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thanks.
Righto, we might just keep... Sorry, Rupert. We might just keep walking down here. Mistral is a Lombard 40, sorry, not 40 actually, it's a bit smaller. And has had a really good record in the two-handers ever since the two-handers were introduced here. And Rupert pretty much always cleans up that division. Very experienced sailor with a number of boats. Right, okay, let's see who else we've got down here. Interesting discussion there with Tony Mutter earlier. Now, I didn't realise, excuse me, clearing my throat here. I didn't realise that, in fact, they would actually decant the keel to try and slow down. It seems slightly counterintuitive to be putting it into 10 degrees negative, which is actually on the leeward side. But the idea is to just simply stop the boat from launching. And as he said, when the 100-footers doesn't quite fit into those sort of 9 to 11 second wave patterns, she's just too big for it. She's got nose in at one end and back end on the other. Supernova with Alex Sayer and Felicity Nelson and so on. Nice to see those guys going south again. We've got Felicity up on the front here. Might just catch her. Hey Felicity, it's Crosbie here. How are you? Hey, how are you? Just come and say hello for a moment. Yeah, I'm well. Come and say hello.
I've just put my egg all over my shirt.
That's all right.
I
You
have
would.
egg all over my shirt, but not on my face.
Very good. How are you going? How the prep's all good and you're ready to go?
Yeah, actually, we're feeling nervously prepared.
Yes, nervously, I'm sure, because it's pretty full bore, isn't it, for the first part?
Yes, yeah, the first 30 hours will be wet and bumpy, but hopefully get through that, then we'll have a nice run down the coast.
All right, well, good luck, and we look forward to seeing you in Hobart. See you guys, good luck. Righto, move on. Felicity Nelson, who's a very experienced sailor, and had the pleasure of sailing with her when on Ben Gray's Impeccable when she was restored a year or two ago in the Classics, which was lovely, lovely old, beautiful old IOR boat. Right, so we're working our way down to the end of this arm, and on the end is Celestial V70, Jim Cooney's boat that Sam Haynes has been leasing for the last couple of years, and of course it won IRC overall last year in conditions that probably suited a little bit more than this. But interestingly, it's possible that it's going to be in that kind of 70-foot range that might just get IRC overall, because the smaller boats I think are going to struggle to get south fast enough. A longer race obviously suits the smaller boats, but then they've got to ensure that the faster boats haven't got in too early, and then there's a big gap, and I think that's going to be the main danger. So Celestial V70 is a Volvo boat, not one of the sort of wider generation. But these boats are absolutely designed for the most rugged offshore conditions. Big dagger boards on them, twin rudders at the back, and super, super powerful off the breeze. We had a chat with Jack McCartney. This is again going to be a stellar crew on here. Rob Greenhalgh is the main man sort of running the show, with Sam Haynes, Luke Parkinson, Alex Nolan as the navigator. A really, really strong crew. And for these guys, a lot of what matters is just taking nothing for granted. So they won last year. It's a complete start again process, almost the same, similar crew, but they've got to spend time. So they're doing blocks of training, 4-day training, and they'll just go offshore each day, spend hours and hours at sea, just trying different, working on different maneuvers, nailing the reefing patterns, the sail changes and so on. That's really vital. Upwind for them, they'll go okay upwind. It's not their optimal, but they're strong. They're used to upwind. They have to do that stuff, obviously, in the ocean race. So it'll be interesting to see how they fare. And their main battle is somewhere over there, which is with URM probably, the 72-footer, and hopefully we'll go and have a chat with those guys shortly. So we'll call it stop for there for the moment. Thanks, Jake, and then we'll pick up again very shortly.